What's up everyone, it's Mike Sherrard, and today I'm gonna tell you guys the 6 things you need to do before getting your real estate license in order to crush it out of the gate the day you get licensed. Let's get into it and check out how to crush it from day 1. Alright everyone, as mentioned, my name is Mike Sherrard, better known on social media as The Purple Realtor. Go give me a follow. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys the 6 steps that I use in order to crush it in real estate the day I got licensed. The biggest thing you need to realize is that there's so much you can do before you actually get licensed so that you can be miles ahead of everyone else as soon as you get that license. Many people wait until they get it and then they fall flat on their face because they have no momentum. They're trying to get new business while learning, while identifying the 6 things I'm going to tell you in this video, and they fall flat and struggle from day 1. I'm going to tell you guys how to leverage these 6 things in order to crush it from day 1. The first thing you need to do is become a sponge. You need to learn as much as humanly possible. For me, that came by way of reading books. I'm gonna link the video below on my biggest recommendations for books for new realtors to read in 2018. Check that out because that is a huge help. The next thing was YouTube videos. Learning as much as you possibly can about the industry, about prospecting, about how to grow your business, branding, everything. You need to start becoming a student external to the licensing process, because what happens is the same as university. Is your license teaches you the fundamentals and the core, but it doesn't teach you the real world practical stuff. That's the kind of stuff that you need to go out, learn on your own. For me, that was by way of YouTube videos and books. The next thing I recommend you doing is meeting with some of the top agents in your market. What I did before I got my real estate license is I identified a couple of the top realtors in my city that I felt I could relate to, in the sense that I would like to build a business or a brand like them. And I would meet them, I would take them for a coffee, make sure you pay because you were asking for their time, take them for a drink, a coffee, whatever, become a student, again, learn from them. And the biggest thing that I can say is find maybe one of them and shadow them. That was one of the coolest experiences that I can recommend that I did before I got my real estate license. Was I found a realtor and I shadowed him for a day. And I saw what it's like from the time he got up to the time he went to bed, from making his calls to appointments to home evaluations and CMAs, everything that you could possibly do. So I got an inside glimpse at what I should expect my day to look like when I get my license, and I'm not struggling to find out what are these top producers doing differently to stay at the top of that game. The third thing I can say is prospecting. I know you can't prospect without your license, but one thing you can do is start identifying what methods of prospecting you're gonna do, and then begin to practice your scripts for those. Start role playing with people that do have their license. For me, I knew that if the weather was bad up in here in Canada, I was going to cold call. If it was good, I was going to door knock. So I started looking at different scripts and honing my craft and creating exceptional communication skills and objection handling before I even got my license, so that once I got it, and if you guys know my story, you'll know that the very first day I got my real estate license, I went out door knocking in the snow and I got 2 listings, both worth about $650,000 because I had my script nailed before I even went prospecting. That is key, guys. It's something you can do and practice, even if it's just for a half hour every single day. I'll actually link my course below because I've got a course for door knocking, my ultimate guide to crushing it in door knocking, and it's got my scripts in a PDF form. You can start practicing them if need be. Next, I would recommend researching your market. That's one of the neatest things, because a lot of people are gonna ask you once you get your real estate license, how is the market? Or different questions relating to statistics and communities and things like that. And if you as a new agent can come out of the gate and know the stats off by heart and start answering these questions with confidence and authority, you're gonna be seen as a valuable resource from day one, which you want to do, because a lot of these older realtors who've been in the game are somewhat complacent, so they might not take the time to learn about what communities are doing better this month compared to last month, average list of sales price, days on market, months of inventory, different things like that, so that when you go to listing presentations, when you talk to people on the street, when you go to networking events and meet people, you're able to answer things with that confidence that shows that you know what you're talking about, and it actually makes you seem more credible and like you've actually been in the industry for longer than you have. So start researching your area, really dive deep and understand the numbers so that you can be a strong, powerful resource and add value when people ask you those questions. The second last thing I recommend is get on social media. I had no social media presence before I got my real estate license, and now, as some of you know, I've been ranked top 30 realtor in the world on social media only because I dive deep into that. You need to get on social media. If you look at anything that any of these entrepreneurs like Gary Vaynerchuk or anyone are telling you, it's the most powerful tool. As an agent, it's the most effective way to get in front of thousands of people, millions of people per day with the click of a couple buttons on your phone. You need to get on social media, identify your brand. I'll link another video below on how to create your brand as a new real estate agent, but that is so powerful. It's going to allow you to market yourself in very creative ways like Facebook marketing, build your brand audience, build some local authority, and collaborate with others in your space. You need to get on social media, start educating yourself on how to become effective at it. But the one thing I need to stress is use social media as a tool, not a toy. Think about that for a second. Use social media as a tool, not a toy. Because a lot of people are gonna start spending hours and hours a day on their phone playing around with social media and going down that rabbit hole, but you need to use it as a tool for your business. Be effective with it, be efficient, use it for the least amount of time as possible to make the biggest impact. And the last thing, as you start approaching the point of getting your license, is start looking for a brokerage. I'll link a video below on how to find the perfect brokerage for you, but that's a big one. Something you need to understand is that the brokerage does matter. A lot of people will just go with who their friend recommends or a family member said they worked with someone from that brokerage, and that's not the best way to do it. You need to find one that's very relatable to you and how you work and the vision you have with creating your business. So start looking out, interviewing different brokers, see what kind of vibe they have. In the video I linked below, it'll explain all the steps you can take to identify that perfect brand. There's a few different things that you need to watch out for in good or bad to ensure that you pick the right spot so that you're gonna get the right support and help to hit the ground running when you get your license. So those are the 6 steps, guys, that I use leading up to getting my license, so that once I got it, I was able to start getting listings within the first month. I was able to make sales. I was blowing up on social media. I was crushing it, and it actually seemed like I was in the industry for years, but it was only just getting started because I had the ability, and you have this ability, to be proactive before you get it so you can build momentum and crush it. Please subscribe, smash that like button, and comment below if you guys are getting your license and if you have any specific questions. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.